Welcome to the second video in my Legends Reborn series. If you didn't check out the first one, have a look at it. It's Bobby Moore. And today's legend that I have reborn into Football Manager 2014 is Zinedine Zidane. So for those of you that didn't watch the first video, I've basically made Zidane on the editor, put him into the game, loaded it up, and started him at the club he started at in real life, which is Cannes in France. And I will holiday through the game and see how his career pans out. We'll have to see if he takes a similar path to what he did in real life. If he ends up at Juventus or Real Madrid, that'd be pretty good actually. But probably not. It's unlikely. The chances of that happening are quite slim. But anyway, I've used previous football managers and championship managers screenshots I found online to decide on what attributes Zidane should have. Obviously he's only 17 here, so these won't be his final attributes. He's going to get a lot better than this. I think I've selected acceleration and pace about 14, 15, finishing's higher. There's quite a few that are a lot higher. Things like flair and natural fitness always seem to start off quite high anyway, because they're a natural sort of attribute that you have. Things like contract I have randomized, but other than that I tried to make everything as accurate as possible. So we'll holiday the game up to the age of 22 and see where he is after 5 years. So here we go, at the age of 21 in fact, he's moved to Manchester City. No surprise there that they're really putting the best players on the game. And he's managed to get 4 goals in 7 games for France already. That's quite impressive. His attributes have improved. He's up to a value of 30 million, earning 53k a week. His pace and acceleration have gone up to 14, first touch 19, creativity 19. Looks like a really top attacking midfielder. Can also play left wing. Unfortunately, he's injured for 4 months at the moment, but it is over the summer period, so that's okay. Knee tendinitis. So let's look at his history of the last 5 seasons, see how he did. So he was at Cannes for a while, 2 seasons, not really that long, but a very good season at the age of 17. 11 goals and 14 assists in the league, helping, well, that was in this, is that the 2nd division, 3rd division? I don't really know what that is, but anyway, he then moved on to Man City in the 2nd season. Yeah, he only played 2 games for Cannes in the 2nd season, scoring a goal. 2.6 million, that is an absolute bargain. And not the best of starts to his career, but obviously he's young, playing in a really big, expensive team like Man City in the Premiership. Played a fair few games though. And then moving on to the 2015-16 season. 23 league appearances, 38 appearances in total, 7 goals if you look along the bottom here, 11 assists, 6 man of the matches. So he's had some very good seasons, 10 goals that season and 7 goals just in the season just gone. May have been affected by injury lately though. Achievements wise, he's won the Premiership already twice, been named in various Team of the Weeks and that sort of thing as well. So we look at the Premiership. He's also won the Capital One Cup there, you saw. They finished top by 1 point over Arsenal. Previous season they finished 4th, Tottenham were champions, running away with it. Then Man City, they won it in the 2014-15 season, 2 points clear of United. Oh sorry, Tottenham won it twice in a row, skipped over that, 1 point ahead of Man City. That was a very low points total that season. Champions League wise, Man City finished runners up last season, but I don't know if he featured in the final. May have been injured for that final. They lost on penalties. Zidane didn't play. I'm guessing he was injured. Signed Kevin De Bruyne. Let's just have a quick look at the Man City team, see who they've got now in that team. Still got Pantelmon and Hart as goalies. Got John Stones, worth a lot of money. Well, you can see the team itself if you like. Interestingly, they've signed Balotelli. He's come back to Man City for 28 million. Anyhow, he made his debut for France against Egypt. in 2015 and scored his first goal in that game as well. So I'll holiday it again for 3 or 4 seasons and see how he gets on at the age of 25. Okay, so I've holidayed it 5 seasons in fact, so he's at the age of 26 now. 8 goals in 40 games for France, hasn't kept that goal scoring record up. He's earning 150k a week at Man City now, worth 46 million. He's just a really top player. Pace and acceleration up to 15, creativity 20, flair 20, leadership 20. Amazing passing and technique and first touch and dribbling. He's just an amazing player. Can play anywhere in the attacking half of the pitch really. Mainly playing left wing actually for Man City. I've had a look at how France are doing and they actually won the World Cup. They won the 2018 World Cup 3-1 against Brazil. Unfortunately, we can't see the fixture, but unfortunately Zidane had that injury for 4 months, didn't he, in the 2018 summer, which meant he didn't get the chance to play in that World Cup and he didn't win the World Cup with France. That's really disappointing for him, really. But never mind, he may have another opportunity, perhaps in the 2026 World Cup. Italy won the 2022 World Cup, incidentally. So let's look at his history over the last 5 seasons. So 2018-19 season, not playing every single league game, but still made 30 appearances. I think maybe the injury at the start of the season would have affected those appearances. 6 goals, 9 assists in the league, 12 assists overall, 7.53 average rating, very good season. Then, incredibly, managed to get 21 assists in the 19-20 season, 7.35 average rating, no goals at all in the league in 2020-21. Maybe down to injuries, I'm not 100% sure. Couple of goals and 5 assists, 7.16 average rating. Not such a good season that season, but had a very good season in the next season with a 7.51 average rating. And then last season, another good season, 7.46 average rating. If we just quickly look at injuries, may see a 5-month injury with a broken leg, 2021. So he has had a fair number of injuries. I think I let the injury proneness be randomised, and perhaps it's not really done him any favour, but he's still pulling off some incredible performances. No, I think I set the injury proneness to something I saw on a forum actually. Just a hidden attribute that he had. Anyway, achievements wise, he's won the Capital One Cup twice in a row. Won the Premiership once again, but they haven't won it since by the look of it. Man United, Tottenham have done really well. Really, really well. They just won the Champions League. Man City haven't managed to win it thus far, but hopefully Zidane can get either a move to one of these teams that is more likely to win the Champions League possibly, or Man City go on and win the Champions League in a couple of seasons. We shall see. I will holiday it another few seasons and see how he's getting on. So here we go. He's now 31 years old. Still at Man City, 19 goals in 92 games for France, 185k a week, worth 16 million, despite being over the age of 30 now. Attributes, some have gone up, some have slumped slightly since he's reached his 30s. But he's done very well for them with playing pretty much every game in the league. Incredible average ratings, 7.82. 22 goals in all competitions that season, 23 assists, that's unbelievable. Injuries have been kind to him lately, not getting any, which is good to see. That season, very good season as well, but that 2023-24 season's insane. In that season, 15 goals, 21 assists. That was in 2025-26. 2 seasons ago, 20 assists once again. Just unbelievable. And then last season, not as good, but still managed to get 17 assists and a 7.24 average rating. And he did, in fact, win the World Cup with France in 2026. So that is really great to see. He's won a World Cup, especially as he missed out on that one in 2018, of course. The host nation was actually England in that's the 2030 upcoming World Cup. But they won on penalties against Argentina. Let's just have a look. Hopefully played in the final. Be a bit. Zidane was booked in the final. At least he didn't get sent off. That's the bonus. So in real life, of course, he did win one World Cup and then runners-up in that infamous final where he headbutted Materazzi. Got 7.2 in this final, so he played quite well. And he did actually score one of the penalties, the second penalty. The Euros have been won by England in 2016, Serbia in 2020, and then 24 was Italy, and Serbia got to the final of that one as well. So these are his achievements so far. He has won the FA Cup since we last saw, the Community Shield, won the Euro Cup. Tottenham and Chelsea have also won it lately. And then they won the FA Cup again. Then, of course, he won the World Cup. Then he won the Super Cup and the Premiership again. So there's still no Champions League. Can he get that? Probably looks like he's going to stay with Man City now to the end of his career. I'm guessing he'll retire shortly. Maybe 2032 he'll retire. We'll see it when I holiday. Of course, in real life, he retired about the age of 32 after that World Cup final. So if he goes on further, it'd be interesting to see what would have happened to Zidane if he'd decided to carry on playing. So he's finally left Man City. He's gone to Tours FC back in France. Ended up with 22 goals in 109 games for France. Incidentally, that's one more cap than he earned in real life. That's quite accurate, really. What the chances of that? He scored fewer goals, but still, to manage just be one cap out, that's quite impressive. He's earning 23.5k a week in France now, and he's only worth 400k because he's 34. He did only move last season and had a very good season. So his last few seasons with Man City still had another really good season in him with a 7.28, 7.30. Then he started to decline a bit with 6.78, and then the start of this season, 29-30 season, in fact, that was the whole season he was there, and he played 8 games in the league, 12 in all competitions, very poor 6.34 average rating. I don't really know what happened there. 5.75 average rating in Europe, so that's a little disappointing. But obviously he's older than he was when he retired in real life, so that he's not really mirroring anything in real life now. He's showing what would have happened if he hadn't retired, I guess. Achievements wise, of course, he won that World Cup, but I don't think doesn't look like he won anything else. He never won that Champions League. That eluded him in his career, unfortunately. They were runners up. Oh wait, they won it in 2030, so he left in 2030. Maybe they won it, but you didn't play in the final. That's just so unlucky. Oh, they lost against Arsenal this season. Let's go back a season. So they beat Athletic Bilbao in the final, 3-2, cracking final. And was he on the bench? No, he just wasn't in the team. So that's really disappointing. He played a couple games, so in real life I think they get a medal now if they've played a game in the Champions League, or maybe they have to play a certain number. I'm not sure the rules anymore. Obviously in the past it was if you played in the final or on the bench you'd get a medal, but in recent years it's if you play the semi-final and play enough games you get a medal. So I don't know how many that is. So no more competitions according to the game for Zidane. Man City did win it this season after Zidane left, and he was released on a free by Man City before signing for Tours FC. Resigned as France captain. Don't know how long he was France captain for. If we can see it down here, must be there's so many things to look at. France. He was appointed vice-captain in 2024. Can't actually see where he was made captain, but never mind. At Tours FC, I forgot to show how he did. Yeah, he had a very good season. 16 assists in all competitions, 5 goals, 7.26 average rating at the age of 34. That's quite good. So I'm going to holiday until he retires, and then see how he did and how old he was when he retired. So this is the day before he's retired. He's been let go on a free transfer from Tours FC, and he's about to retire. So at the age of 36, just played 2 more seasons, and well, this season he didn't actually play any games. Last season he had an okay season before calling it a day. So I will holiday one more day to see if he becomes like a director of football or assistant manager or anything. He was in fact relegated with Tours FC in 2032. And he was in the overall best 11 and that sort of thing with them. Supporters Player of the Year in 2030-31. And here we go. He decided not to stay on in football, didn't become a coach or anything, and has retired for good. So you can read his biography if you fancy. Won a lot of different awards. Oh, I forgot to... We'll go back. I need to show you how he did in World Player of the Year and Golden Ball and that sort of thing. So I've gone back a day, and we will look at how he did in World Player of the Year and that sort of thing. You may have catched a glimpse of his awards when I was scrolling down, actually. So Golden Ball, if we go down the list, we can see where he was. If anywhere, there he was, 2026. He won it. That was the Golden Ball. And I think he may have... Was he runner-up at any other time? Don't think so. You can see Lionel Messi dominating, of course, to start with. Then World Player of the Year. Going down the list again. This guy seems to be good. Anas Ben Ali. There's a Frimpong guy there. Oh, there we go. He won it in 2026, along with the Golden Ball. They go hand in hand on this game. And I don't think he featured anywhere else. So his only appearance in the top 3 was actually when he won it in 2026 after a cracking season with Man City. Well, Team of the Year, I think he probably featured in a few more of these. Obviously not towards the end of his career. But earlier on, in 2027, he was in attacking midfield position there. Previous to that, once again, 2026, 2024, and I think that was it, by the looks of it. So, very successful career for Zidane. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will be making lots more of these. You can put your comments in the comment section below on what players you want me to do, but I've got a list, I've got a few that I'm going to be doing, one of which is one that you voted for in the first video, in the Bobby Moore video, and that will be next. And then after that, I'll probably do one of my choice, and then I'll do one of your choice again, and we'll do it like that. But thank you for watching. Please leave a like, please subscribe, please comment, and I'll see you in the next episode.